Girl, if I had $1 for every time I started a budget and quit before half of the month was even gone, I wouldn't need a budget because I would be bare well. My bank account would be booming. But let's be honest. It seems as though we take the time to put a plan to the money, a budget for the month, and suddenly realize, hey, I'm still hungry, angry, and broke. Before you even bought the groceries, I'll be like, look, I thought I was in control of the money, but it seemed like the budget, I mean, it's giving straight up bully. That's when I knew I needed to take a different approach to this thing, because even though we was raised to think that budgeting is the way, budgeting is the best way, budgeting is the only way to save and manage money. No, I needed to take a different approach to this thing because times have changed and there are better ways now, easier ways that we can stop bullying ourselves around and start letting this money flow to us as it should. And see, thinking like this really changed my entire financial life. Okay? So today, that's why I'm talking to you about why I stopped budgeting, and I'm going to show you how I started manifesting more money with ease. So, the problem with budgeting, let's get into that. I know you've heard all the good things about budgeting, but I'm going to let you in on some secrets. Budgeting is rooted in scarcity thinking. Am I right? Budgeting or limiting is rooted in guilt cycles, and it's rooted in constant lack. Even though we told to track these pennies, track these coins, or you won't have any, track your money. But when we already emotionally tired, financially drained, in survival mode, inertia's kicking in, we trying to provide for the family, or at least organize things for the family with the money, then the method of budgeting becomes antiquated. It becomes more of a shame trap, less of a solution. Then we come into budgeting burnout. We come into mindset fatigue. We don't want to try to practice saving money or practice managing and manifesting money. We get tied up into emotional spending. And that's a road we really don't want to travel down at this big old age. So that's why I want to talk to you about something that I had to come up with to set my finances in order without putting it to a spreadsheet. And this is what I like to call my flow-based money plan. Okay? And today you're going to leave here knowing exactly how to do this so you can start taking a little bit of time to let this money flow into your life with a lot more ease. Okay, so exactly what it is, flow based planning isn't about how little you can spend or how much of a limit you can put on yourself, but it's more about how well the money supports your values, things that are important to you. So what I did, I asked myself, how do I want to feel this month? What would make me happy if I see this at the end of the month? What is that thing? What is that that's going to spark joy for me? Then I say, what experiences matter to me this month? And then I say, how can money meet me with ease? And that's why I created a manifestation map that I use Chat GPT to help me with this. And it has helped, y'all. This has been a really soulful, engaging way to manage money without feeling like I'm punishing myself all the time. Without feeling like the limitations and the brick walls are right there. And this is a copy of my manifestation map. I'm going to edited into this video, into this script, so that you can see how to create this map for yourself and categorize feeling what you want and supportive spending. You'll be able to feel like, you're still planning, but now the money has a mission. Now the money has an assignment. And if you want to, I would encourage you to go onto Chat GPT and just tell Chat, hey, now I'm getting more into manifestation planning with my money. I'm getting more into emotional money goals and budgeting for myself. And I am a woman over 40. Create me a manifestation map as a way to engage with my money. That's what I did, and I'll show you exactly what Chat GPT came up with for me. The categories were peace, joy, and growth. And the feelings that I want, which came in the second column for peace, were safe and calm. And this is saying that this is a feeling I want to create. When I use the word peace, I am thinking of creating something safe and calm. And what is a supportive spend? What is something I use my money for this month that's going to bring me that type of emotion? Is it my rent, my electric bill, my car note? What is it? Maybe it's a doctor visit, you know. And the other category was joy. So joy, what the feeling that I want to create with when I say the word joy, were fun and relax. And what some things I can spend that support this emotion? Nails done, spa time, a Netflix and chill day, resubscribing, updating my subscriptions that I might need to use to unwind sometime. Uber Eats, putting money to the side for fun things and fun moments like that. And then the last category is growth. And this is where I want to create a feeling of being smart, being intelligent, being in tune, the intuition, being wise and ready. And of course, a supportive spin to create that feeling of intel would be taking a course or reading an audio book, listening to an audio book, which is something I do all the time, every day, or even purchasing some coaching time. So yeah, these are some supportive ways that I can use my money to make me feel like, you know what, I'm planning, but my money is on a mission. Okay. And can we just talk about the science and the spirituality of it real quick? Let's get metaphysical for a second. And I love to say the words metaphysics, quantum physics. It's just something so beautiful about it. But did you know that the subconscious mind filters everything through emotion and feelings? It's kind of like the computer that we're using right now. It's when you plan from fear, your brain literally is blocking ideas back to back, and options are being blocked, and you're limiting again, and your opportunities are stopped right there. But when you plan from a place of peace and happiness and trust, saying that, you know what, I can depend on this method, you are starting to unlock some real power in your subconscious, which just like seeing the same color over and over again and not knowing why. But there is a place in your brain. It works just like this algorithm on a computer. The more you see it, the more you get it, the more you're gonna see it. Okay, so your brain is the search engine that you're gonna use and learn to attract alignment. I don't chase money, I align with money. And just like that, you're going to see yourself go from, I can't afford that, to, how can I afford that? Okay? So that's my idea of the science of it all. But if you have time, I want you to write down right now, get your pen and paper, or put a note on your phone, a daily money mantra. I want you to go ahead and decide on that, because once you decide to declare this, and I mean by speaking this out loud, you are declaring this to the universe. And see, every morning before I even check the time on my phone, I speak out loud and I say my mantra. My life is funded, favored, and full of options. My day is funded, favored, and full of options. Now, doesn't that sound very positive? This is the way we reprogram the nervous system, because if the nervous system is not calm, the subconscious will not be able to get across to the conscious what it is we want to input. So to release financial trauma and start expecting overflow. No, it's not easy, but it can be done, and it's free. It costs you nothing when you reprogram the mind by declaring these daily money mantras. And I want you to pick yours right now. You're welcome to choose the one that I just gave you. And you can take that and play with it a little bit and make it your personal own. And I promise you, if you keep this up, you are going to start recognizing some new income streams. Okay? So your weekly manifestation flow. You're going to create a 7-day ritual, a ritual for every day. For Monday, that can be the day you visualize a desired amount of money. But you're going to do this all day. Even if you have to set a timer to your phone. I have a timer set to my phone. It go off 3 times a day to remind me of these mantras and my action plans. Tuesday, I think I'm going to script new money affirmations. And if you don't know how to script yet, don't feel bad. I'm getting ready to make my next video all about scripting for money. And I want you to tune in and check that out. So you're going to create a 7-day action plan so that you're asking for you want. You can track what shows up and you can receive it and rest in it. No more hard budgeting. No more hard systems. We can make this easy, and we can do this in everything. If we can have peace in one place in our life, we can create peace in our money too. So these money rituals are just for women like you and I. So we're going to create these so that we are in line and align with the law of attraction with money. See, the truth behind my story, my belief is that when I stopped using strict budgets, I feel like I started showing myself I trust myself more instead of it being the other way around. And don't get me wrong, I know that budgeting helps some people, but some of us are just not equipped to stick to a rigorous system like that. But there are ways we can still create a flow and a place for the money to flow to us. And when I saw I could trust myself, I subconsciously began saving more money. I created a fund jar and it started overflowing. I even found ways to make better offers where I could charge more. I learned how to block them boundaries too, where I could start saying no to things that I just wasn't particularly privy to at the time. And money would show me a turnaround. It started showing up without so much force, so much hustle all the time. And I don't know if that's for you, but it's definitely for me. Because your girl, look, I know how to hustle, but at this big old age, baby, I am ready to receive the softest money on earth. Okay? So now that you got it, you getting a chance to create your manifestation. Now you're going to use your feel good fund account. You're gonna say your mantras on a daily basis. You're gonna visualize these transactions with money. You're gonna start taking action from joy and not out of fear. Because honestly, child, you don't need no another spreadsheet. You need a system, but it needs to be a system that feels like peace. And may I submit to you, you can do that. You have the power, the ability, and the right to decide to do that. So if you want to start flowing with your money a little more and ditch the fear, go ahead Download the manifestation map worksheet. In fact, I'm just adding it into the description. You can copy and paste it. You don't have to do anything. It's free. It costs you nothing. Keep your money, because the real money is waiting for you. It's ready to meet with you for real, sis, this time. So go ahead, click on my next video so I can show you how you can script your way into a healthier, wealthier financial state. Thank y'all for joining me on Stash from Scratch. You know, this is me, your girl. Always happy to be with you. And look, I am so glad to announce we are getting so much closer to our 400 video upload. I have uploaded over 350 videos now, and I couldn't do it without you. So thank you all so much, and I will see you over there in the next one.